What it do, everybody? As you can see, I'm not wasting any time, man. I can't wait to talk about this topic. I do want to put something out. We're not going to be talking about champagne goals. We're going to be talking about champagne taste with beer money. And then we're going to be talking about keeping up with the Joneses. Hey, it's your boy, Rod. I got my sister Tia and my brother Timmy getting ready to join me here momentarily. I want to welcome everybody to the Points Blank Experience as well as Event Yours. Not sure if they're broadcasting the TNT Connect as well. But, man, as always, we got another fire topic. I am broadcasting from the Dallas-Fort Worth area, home of some team that got a star on the side of the helmet. I forgot the name of the team, though. But anyway, y'all, get your questions ready. I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to go ahead and bring them up. Get your questions ready, your comments ready. This is not a bashing session. As always, we're going to shed a little light. We're going to be live and direct, and we're going to have a little fun. Without any further ado, let me bring the co-hosts up. Pretty Timmy, Miss T, also known as Tanya, Event Yours. What is going on, y'all?
What's up, Rod?
Oh, chilling. You know how we do it over here in these parts.
I know that's right.
That's right.
So, man, y'all been doing good. Oh, I had to find my
Doing good. What kind of water you sipping on over there?
I'm sipping on some Starbucks, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna get none today, and then I ended up getting some. Only because I had to go by the store. But I'm trying to get off this. I'm wasting money.
Okay. Well, I got me some tequila and cranberry juice.
Okay.
Timmy, what you got?
My old favorite to go to,
Coca-Cola.
Wow. I want to thank the 4 real homies in the crib. Hey, you got the Points Blank Experience in the house. A happy Monday, everyone. Show you right. We got Will G in the house, says, evening all. We got Juan in the crib, says, what's up, all? What's going on? Man, we got 4 real homies. I don't know who else is here, but hey, that's all right, man. If you don't come out the bushes, we cool. We just gonna be talking about these champagne tastes, beer money, man. And I'm gonna tell y'all, boy, I watched some stuff today. Keep on playing around. You ain't got to worry about no. I mean, not no beer money. I'm sorry, champagne taste with Kool-Aid money.
That's right.
Now, I don't know if y'all like Rob, but I remember the day when we didn't have a lot of sugar. We just had the Kool-Aid, the flavor, and the water, and it wasn't that good.
Yep.
It wasn't that good.
It was good, but it was better with the sugar.
It was better with the sugar. Well, I'm gonna help y'all out for the people in the back. We is me. We keep playing around. We ain't gonna have to worry about no Kool-Aid money. We're gonna have water money. They're gonna take Kool-Aid back. Real talk. So, I'm gonna let you get this thing started. I'm just gonna be in the background. I got a whole lot to say.
Look, don't be even trying to talk about being in the background. What you mean being in the background?
I say that when I got a lot to say.
You got me up on the front.
I like to lie to the people, man. I say that when I got a lot to say. I be trying to hype them up that I ain't gonna talk that much.
Lord have mercy. Oh, you gonna talk on this one.
Oh, so, you believe it.
So, for those in the comments, how many of y'all know folks who got champagne taste but Kool-Aid money? These are the individuals who they want a lot, they want to do a lot, but they just ain't got the money to do it. And there's nothing wrong with having champagne goals. And Rod and I was talking about that earlier. There's nothing wrong with having champagne goals, but you got to understand, you got to have a budget to go with that. And everybody's time is different, So, in addition to just living beyond your means, there's also understanding when your season is here and when it's not. And when it's not, that's supposed to be the time you stacking up, planting your crop so you can harvest it later. So those are the things that I don't understand why people don't understand. They got, folks is, that when they lose their jobs, especially when COVID hit, when, with the government issues and stuff going on, that's when you begin to really think about, am I living beyond my means, or was I living beyond my means? Because sometimes, you'll be set up to have because they knew the season was coming, right? But then if you don't plan for that type of season and you end up wasting the money, then when that season comes and you need those little squirreled away nuts, ain't no more nuts left. So living beyond the means. What you got to say about living beyond the means? Huh?
Now, this is a Timmy world out here. And I'm going to tell everybody why I started speaking about trash. Okay? Trash is that heavyweight product in your life that hold you back from reaching your full potential, or that product that's infecting you and stopping you and holding you in bondage. That's what trash is. Sum it up to other than nasty drinks. But I'm gonna say this, I'm from North Carolina, I'm from the country. So I've been a hustler all my life and planting harvest and worked out that harvest. So hard work has never been nothing that I'm scared of. But I've always been planning ahead. But I will say this, you're never too late to learn. And if you see yourself going and going and going and you spinning your wheels, then you need to reach out to somebody. A lot of times people don't want to reach out. Rod is an expert. If you can't get your full potential, reach out to an expert. Ask the question. Ask somebody, hey, brother, man, what am I doing wrong? I'm doing everything right, but I can't get what I'm trying to get. What am I doing wrong? But the key thing is, if you got champagne taste and Kool-Aid money, you answered your own question.
Okay.
Man.
Okay. Well, what are your thoughts, Rod, about? Because I got thoughts about people who live beyond their means, because
Timmy just said it best. Now, I don't know about an expert, but I will say I have a graduate degree in this thing called life. I don't have a doctorate degree because I'm always learning, but I do have a graduate degree in this thing called life. And I do want to say, going back to what Tanya said, a lot of times we think about living beyond our means when we're going through a crisis, when we're in a crunch. Now, I'm going to tell you what I adopted in 2010, because I was living way beyond my means. The things I do now are things I can afford to do. But back then, I couldn't afford to do anything I was doing. And then when the rubber met the road, or should I say when the rims met the road, because I was riding on some Maypops, meaning my tires may pop at any time because they was bald. Then wow. I said, whoa, man. When that happened in 2010, now I think about the hard times during the good times. Mm-hmm. This hat I'm wearing, when you see me wear a B hat, I'm about to drop some boulders. And tonight I'm going to be y'all, we're going to have fun. I ain't here to preach, but I am here to teach. And I guarantee I'm going to put something on your mind tonight. Now, I'm going to make a bold prediction. Tanya just said, what do I think about living beyond your means? I'm going to make a bold prediction before I get into that. Now, I ain't no Nostradamus or whatever that dude's name was that did all the predicting, but I am an educated brother that look at finances every day. I have a degree in finance. But more importantly, I have a degree in a little bit of common sense. And the writing is all over the wall. By 2027, if you don't start now, putting some eggs, forget a basket. Let's just get a carton full first. Then we'll worry about a basket. If you don't start putting your eggs in a carton right now, you ain't going to worry about no Kool-Aid money in 2027. I ain't going to have to worry about it.
That's right.
Now, I don't know about y'all, but I remember the day when water was free. I remember when we used to drink water out the hydrant, out the hose.
Yep.
Now, if you get some water and then if you want to live, you got to pay for it.
That's not true. It depends on where you live. It's just that you get people who just
Be in the mountains.
they don't want to drink the water out the faucet no more. I don't want that water. I want bottled water. Not realizing that some of that daggone bottled water is coming from the faucet any goddamn way.
No, that's true. What Ron's saying is true. In certain countries,
that's what I said. It depends on where you live.
Yeah, that's
it.
Well, I'm drinking all mine. I ain't even taking no chance. I don't know what. If it ain't, at least I tried. But to answer Tanya's question, y'all, what do I think about living beyond your means? It's been happening. It's probably going to always happen. It's worse now. Again, I'm going to go to those two words. Social media is taking living beyond your means to a whole different level. Because you used to see, the Joneses, and now you get to see the Joneses in every city, in every state. You used to just see the Joneses in your neighborhood. Now you can see all the Joneses.
Yep.
So I think living beyond your means starts with self and reality checks.
That's true. And that's a good segue into what are some of the reasons people live beyond their means, right? So let's talk about that. Let's say, hey, everybody. What are some of the reasons people live beyond their means?
I think it started in childhood. I think peer pressure.
Peer pressure. Okay, so peer pressure is one. You know what? I've never been peer pressured to live beyond my means. I could tell you what me living beyond my means most of the time was not through peer pressure, but just from I really want to be able to do that. And so I would work to save up the money to do that when I really should have been working to save my money until I had enough money to be able to do that on a normal basis. It's sort of like, well, if you can save that money to go do that, then you can save that money to go do something positive, to sustain what your life or your well-being going forward. But I think that sometimes, like you said, social media, people see people on social media and say, oh, everybody's supposed to live that life. And let me tell you something. Sometimes the folks that be on social media, they ain't living like that. You see them, they done rented out an Airbnb, you think it's their house. You see that, oh, they doing they stuff from here, and it's like, did you see the rest of their house? You just see that little corner, or whatever. So sometimes what you see ain't always what it is. Excuse me, it's not always what it is. It's not always, everything that glitter ain't gold. And so that just hypes other people up, to do it. They want to live that life. They making choices based on what they see on TV and on social media. So, those are just some of the things that I see. What are some of the reasons you think people live beyond their means?
Well, I agree with Rod. I think social media is the biggest catalyst of the problem, because people who weren't born rich, we want to pretend that we can be rich. And you can with a little hard work. Everybody that's rich weren't born rich. Some people earned it through hard work and planning. Some people use what somebody taught them, playing the stock or listen to somebody like Rod, and got ahead in life. But you got other people that look out there and see other people who they think is striving, not really be striving. Perfect example. I know some individuals when COVID hit and everybody was getting that COVID money. People was getting that COVID money and lost their damn mind. Know of an individual got $25,000 because they was getting money for the kids and everything else. Got $25,000 all down there in Miami on social media, popping bottles and all this other stuff, living that moment for. I get it. Sometimes we want to feel like we can be bigger than what we are. I get it. But reality, we got to come back down to reality at some point in time. But the thing about it is, Okay, so COVID hit, everybody got all that money.
Not
Money spent,
everybody, because I ain't getting
money
debit that
spent,
nothing.
money spent. Now where you are, you right back where you really were, but you had an opportunity to do something better had you invested that money, or had you been taught how to invest or do something. Then you would still have some residual of that money.
Well, I think that, and just because I saw in the comments with Yolo was talking about the fair missing out. It's almost like sometimes some people, when they get that type of money that wasn't planned or something that they feel like, oh, this would never happen again, they just want to do what they would normally do with it because they are worried that it may never happen again.
But you know what? If I could jump in right there, Tony, you're so right. And I've been starring these comments,
Mm-hmm.
and that FOMO, and going back to what Timmy said, like people, I think saving is not fun.
No,
Right.
We find no fun in saving money. So, like what Tanya's saying, you know, a lot of people, if you get some unexpected money here, I ain't supposed to have this money. I'm going to spend it. I wouldn't have had it anyway. I wasn't supposed to have this, you know. Now I'm gonna say something. Hopefully, I don't offend anybody. I'm just being honest. I've never, and I was there once upon a time in my life, but I've never seen so many people excited over $1,200 than when they announced those stimulus checks.
$1,200.
like it was crack cocaine.
You can't even barely pay rent now with $1,200. Ladies and gentlemen, that is not money to get excited over. Yeah, it's good. Anything you're giving is good to get excited over. But a couple of days ago, I looked at my revenue for this channel for PBE, which is partially monetized, not fully. And it said I had $200 extra. I'm like, where did that come from? This got to be a mistake. So I kept going back. Then I did some research and it was legit. But I didn't think of what watch, what necklace, what hat, what I wanted to go buy. I said, man, where can I put this money? Because this was a gift, ladies and gentlemen. This was a gift. Where can I put this gift? And then maybe a year or next Christmas, take this gift I was given, still have my gift, and share what I make with other people and give them a gift. That's the mindset that we have to. I didn't wake up like this. And in 2010, I wasn't like this. So this is not always right, but as long now, Tanya Timmy just said something, and I want to pull up a comment that Juan said right here. If you're lastly, can tell your circle, I can't, I shouldn't, without them chastising you. One of the things I got in my notes, if you're going to keep up with the Joneses, first and foremost, make sure the Joneses are your real, genuine friends.
That's right.
That part.
Because if you're trying to keep up with the friends that are the Joneses, they're going to be man or woman or however individual friendly enough to tell you, and you will be comfortable enough to say, hey, Bob and Sharon Johnson, we can't go to that. And they're not going to judge you. They're not going to talk behind your back. You're not going to be the conversation at their dinner table. But if you got these makeshift friends and you trying to keep up with them, and they don't care if you broke or not.
But you know what though, Rod? I'm also like flip it the other way too, because I'm glad Juan brought that up. Sometimes people want to count your money.
Woo!
You know, and my term is in my pockets. I don't like folk in my pockets. Don't be in my pockets. Because there are people that may say, oh, you can do this. You can do it. What's the problem? Like this should be no problem for you. How do you know what I have to do with my money? How do you know what it takes to do or what I need to do with my money? You know, so it goes the opposite way too. Even the folks who have it, but what some people don't realize, people who have and is allowed to sustain, and I'm sorry, I'm bending over because then doggone mosquitoes told my ankles.
Oh, I do it every live stream. Y'all don't see me doing this. I ain't trying to close the camera.
Oh. Man, let me tell you, I had on long leggings down to my ankles, and them mosquitoes found that little piece of skin that was exposed and just tear it It's itching so bad. I think they had a feast, a smorgasbord on my ankle this past weekend.
It's about
But
time.
shut up. Why I got to get
Cause they always bite me.
That ain't my problem. That's your problem.
We live here together. We need
Anyway,
to share the damn mosquitoes.
Anyway, people will count your money and they'll want to do something, right? And then it's like, because I have no problem saying I ain't going, I can't go. It'd be like, well, I ain't got the money. And then they look at you and be like, what you mean you ain't got the money? I'm like, get out my pocket. I can't go. I'm not doing that. And translation is either that means I got other stuff to do with my money, and that ain't one of them. Yeah. Period. That don't mean I may not have it. Yeah. But then if I do that, then I can't do something else that I need to do.
Yeah, I remember when that situation came up. A friend of ours was like, "Man, what y'all playing for? Man, y'all got money. Y'all got this." I said, "Man, listen, you don't see what I run through every day. You don't see what come across our page every day that we have to deal with. So it's not a matter of can you do it or can't you do it. It's just smart to do it. Mm-hmm. That's the difference. See, a lot of people, the whole reason, like I said, with this topic, mm-hmm. You champagne or Kool-Aid, one of the two. Now, if we did everything people thought we should do,
we be Kool-Aid.
We'll be Kool-Aid.
No, we be water.
Yeah,
we'll just be water. Ain't got no Kool-Aid. Ain't got no color, no sugar, no nothing.
But this is the other thing too. Who could you run to? Now, all these people, as Tanya said, count your pockets. Could they return the favor? Right. Could they say, I've been running to you all year round. Now come back to me. First thing they'll say is, well, I ain't got it. But come on now. Charity go both ways. But this is me. This is just me. I'm a bird of a different beast. If you ride with me, I ride with you. And we roll like that. Whether you got it or not, but if you ride with me, because sometimes it ain't all about money. It's about the small things that matter to me. It's the small things. But the thing about it is, I will still be willing to help you with your knowledge about your finances on how to get to where I am, but you got to tell me the truth. Don't tell me about the champagne ideas if you down on the Kool-Aid level. Be honest with me, and I'm going to say, hey, you see I ain't had no sleep in the last 3 days? Because I've been out there working a third job. I've been out there working a fourth job. You know what I'm saying? I'm part Jamaican. I got 13 jobs, Mom. That's how I get where I am. Oh. Not because somebody gave it to me, or I'm married to this beautiful wife over here who got a fat pocketbook.
I'm going to need you to get out my goddamn pocket.
I'm married to you. I'm always be in your pocket.
That's my House of X. I didn't miss your comment. What I'm doing is I'm starring them. I'm going back. But I'm definitely going through the comments. I'm starring the ones. I got yours starred. Actually, it's next for me to pull up. And Timmy, and I've actually, my notes, I went to the notes I've taken because a lot of the stuff I've been saying, I saw it or I've been thinking about it. But I wrote down some stuff today that I've been thinking about. And, Timmy just said like that, 13 yards. One of the things that I really just blow my mind is it seemed like our champagne taste has gotten bigger, but our willingness to acquire that champagne to get out there and hustle for it has gotten smaller.
Man, preach.
Huh?
Preach.
Huh? I mean, that's just I'm just observing. A lot of people and with Tanya saying count your pockets. If we spend, we as me, if we spend as much time, because I've counted pockets too, I ain't gonna lie. But if we spend the time counting somebody else's pocket, figuring out how to stuff money in our own pockets, we might be in a better situation.
Exactly. Now, I'm glad you brought that up, and I'm gonna let you go to the comments about when people want something, but they're not willing to put the work in. That to me irritate the hell out of me. And those would be the people who I would not help, because it's sort of like saying, hey, I'm hungry. Can you give me a fish right now? I don't went out fishing. I'm gonna give you a fish this time. So then you turn around and go, hey, I'm hungry again. Can I have a fish? Okay, now look, you ain't gonna keep coming to me for a fish. What are you doing to learn how to eat? Because if you really know you need a fish every day, then you need to learn how to damn fish. Okay, by whatever means that is. Okay, I ain't judging nobody. If folk want to do it the legal way, illegal way, the on your back, on your feet, in the air, whatever it is, but do what you need to do to get what you need. Don't let me, don't be trying to get mines, have me putting sweat on my brow to just give you when you chilling the rest of the day. Don't do that, because like I said, had folks in my life that'll do that. They'll go blow their money away, right, on stuff that they want to do, and then they come talk about my water bill. What? Okay, you got a water bill. Okay, what they got to do with me? Now. And I'm not gonna say no names because I ain't gonna put her out there. But my thing is, if you waste money that you get to go, and especially to go in what you call it? What she do? Up there decorating other folk houses for free because she like doing it. But then when your bill low, you won't come to me. That ain't my problem. Why are you out there spending money you don't have because it's something that you wanted to do for them? Well, that's wonderful. Well, then you need to go tell them your goddamn water bill due.
No, they looking for validation from whoever house they decorating.
Whatever it is.
But they can't get the compensation. They're looking for the validation without compensation. That's what's going on. That's what's going on. Y'all, I'm telling you, if I come with a bill on any hat I wear, I don't care if it's a brim or a hat, any kind of hat, a garbage hat. If I have a bill on it, I'm about to drop some stuff.
Okay.
I'm telling you, man, one of the things I was thinking about today, Timmy, and Timmy said it earlier, but we so keeping up with the Joneses, but have y'all ever thought about this? The Joneses we may think the Joneses have champagne money. Mm-hmm. But have you ever thought they champagne may be Andre's? If you don't know what Andre's is, Google it.
Go ahead, Rod. That's what the hell I'm talking about.
And guaranteed headache. Yes. But I look at people that have finance channels whose name is not Rod. They got thousands of subscribers and 10 people in the lot, but his name ain't Rod. I'm serious. It ain't me. But ain't nobody up in there. But they talking about, I'm going to the club and I'm going to get me a bottle of Moet. With what? With what? Yeah, I know how you going to do it because you ain't going to pay the water bill. You're going to be able to tell you. I'm just saying, y'all. I know what it's like to be broke. I know what it's like to live a champagne lifestyle with water money. I didn't even have the Kool-Aid, baby. I didn't have it. I had the water money. And guess what? The faucet was just dripping. You ever stuck your head under the water hose? You open dripping the Tell y'all go ahead, man. I'm just
Rod, but I'm glad you said that, because that's why I always tell folks, stay out of people's pockets. You don't know what because think about it. People assume when whatever they see, they automatically done determine, oh, you probably make this, or you doing this, or you able to do this, you able to do that. I'm gonna tell you something. You got folk who travel all the damn time, but can't really afford the damn thing. Always on the goddamn cruise and can't even afford to goddamn go. So they are going on all-inclusive trips and all these other things, but they can't afford to go. It's like buying a Mercedes, because me and you was talking about this earlier. It's like saying, I got a luxury car, right? Now, look, let me tell you something. The average person can buy a luxury car. I don't care how much money you make. You can buy the car, but can you maintain the car?
That part.
Ooh.
Can you maintain the car? So I got cousins always on a trip somewhere, but they can't. They go. They just get there, but they can't do nothing. They ain't going on no excursions. They not buying no souvenirs. They not doing anything. You know why? Because they only had money to go, but they didn't really have money to go. You understand what I'm saying? Same thing with cars. People go buy Mercedes Benz.
Tanya, I'm gonna tell you a story about some cars.
Can't
I'm gonna tell you a story about some cars. Remember that 2010, that infamous broke year that Rod always talking about? Y'all, in 2005, the pre-broke Rod had a Lexus SC 430, $68,000 drop top. Now, you want to talk about champagne, buzz, and Kool-Aid? I was dropping the top at the red light in San Diego, California. Turned green, I didn't care. I just sat there because I could. But in 2010, I had this $68,000 car that depreciated, and I was putting $4 worth of gas in it. You can't fill up no car with $4.
No, you cannot put no $4 gas in there.
There's one question that we all forget to ask when we at the car dealership, when we buying these luxury car. What kind of gas are you? Because I tell you what, if you tell me premium, I don't want it.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Yo, I'm telling you, man, I have been there, y'all. Anything I talk about, I've been there, y'all. I've had the luxury car and went up there and whispered to the cashier, hey, can I get 10 on them? Hey, don't 10, girl.
Just 10. You ain't even filling it up.
I ain't even get the car. I don't even look at that. I look at how many miles to empty.
I don't care. I can't stand that.
Oh, I know a lot of people
don't like going to the gas station and be like, how much you want to put in there? Fill it up. If you driving it, fill it up. You drove it, go to the gas station, turn it on until it click. Whatever the daggone price is, that's what you put in there. Just saying.
You know what I would put? Only time I would fill up my car if I was in the middle of nowhere and I just filled up and I thought it was only going to take about $6 more to top it off. I couldn't afford to.
But I'm
gonna
throw a curve in there with that because, like I said, knowledge is power. So what Tanya was just saying right then, so I'm gonna show you how knowledge rub off. So between y'all two for months and the conversation y'all been having about finances and all this stuff, the subliminals and all that stuff been rubbing off on me. So I didn't say nothing to her about it because every now and then I like to be a hard rock. See, a king got to be a king. I don't want the queen to know she ruling even though I'm the king. So I went out, reached out to a financial advisor about 3 months ago. Let him run the books, ran the finances, and he told me everywhere that we had cracks, my mouth hit the floor because I never seen it before. But I never would have took advantage of the situation unless y'all two was talking. And then I was eavesdropping. See, and them nuggets flowed in my lane. So ever since then, I started truly engaging how to change my situation. So everybody's born with water. Whether you move up to Kool-Aid or champagne, that's up to you. You don't have to stay where you start at. You can finish where you want to finish at. But the key start of it is what are you going to do about it? If you're willing to work one job, or you willing to work 2 jobs? When I met this young lady right here, she was working 3 jobs. 3 jobs. You see what I'm saying? That's the catalyst of it.
I need my coin.
Now, it done paid off for her. When I saw her working like that, that blew me so hard, made me give up all them young ladies. And I said, I just need this one. She was worth 10. Well, I had 8, but she was worth all 8 because I saw what she was trying to do.
Wait a minute, where the other two? I know how to do math.
It just 8. Honey.
No, you said 10.
It was just
and
8.
Then you
honey.
said 8.
But honey, it was some wannabes.
But then there's 2 left.
Honey, there was some wannabes. Look, let's stick to the strip, baby. Let's get off. Talk, Rod. Go ahead, Rod.
What I'm gonna say right now, I want y'all. I'm gonna go through these comments because I noticed they're building up. I'm gonna say this, and I just want y'all to let this marinate like a slab of ribs. I'm just gonna read something that I typed earlier today. I was sitting at a red light, and I had to type it because my mind is constantly wandering. I mean, thinking is constantly moving. But sometimes we talk too much. And it ain't that we talk to other people too much. It ain't that we talk to Timmy and Tanya and our friends too much. We talk to ourselves too much. Do you realize that some of us already have champagne taste, qualities, goals, and money, but we let what other people or what we think other people may have influence what we already have?
Mm-hmm.
We may have a champagne heart.
Yeah.
We may have champagne wisdom, but we're too busy chasing a champagne dollar and a champagne status.
Mm-hmm.
When I leave the faces of this earth, ain't nobody gonna remember how much money I had. They ain't gonna say that at the funeral. And they probably ain't gonna say all the wrong I did. They gonna make me look like a saint beyond belief. But somebody in that congregation gonna be whispering every bad thing I ever did. But they ain't gonna say how much money I had.
Mm-hmm.
Let's minimize how many bad things they gotta say and think about. Let's get this champagne mindset of what am I doing right now for tomorrow? I'm telling you, Nostradamus, Rod Damus saying 2027, don't be the one drinking the water. You better get you some Kool-Aid. Anyway, let me get in here. House of X says start at home first and how you ride and how you was raised. My mother and father always said once, and here, if you do not have something, do without it.
That's right.
There you go, man. And then better, I'm gonna add to that. Do without it for now, but come up with a way to get it.
That's what I'm talking about.
Come up with a way to get it. You do
but
it.
Some people don't want that. Some people don't want to do all of that. So some people want stuff until they find out what they have to do to get it, and they be like, "Oh, never mind."
Hey, most of the stuff I've done, man, it's been hard. You know, I joined the Navy and couldn't even swim. Still can't swim. I didn't even know how.
Let me tell you something.
I promise.
What you have to do to pass and not have to swim, and you in the damn Navy?
I did 2 things. I prayed and I floated for 5 minutes. That's what I did.
Okay, you floated for 5. So as long as you was able to float.
No, you're supposed to swim for 100 yards, but they were so tired of me. They just said, "Forget it, man. We're gonna let you slide."
Are you serious?
I'm serious. I was in boot camp. Tell me a better relate. I was in boot camp 17 extra days after I graduated trying to swim. And my mama told me, "Hey, boy, just sing Amazing Grace. You'll be all right." So I did. I floated right to the bottom after 2.5 minutes. And they blew the whistle and told me I failed to start over. I'm serious. I stepped out on faith.
I know somebody who did that. We showed up and they was kind of still working in progress on that situation. But the Navy will work with you. Mm-hmm. The Navy will work with you. All you got to do is be willing. I tell people the Navy
with anything, be willing. It don't matter. Willing.
Just exactly. Be willing with anything. Like right here, I like to read these little acronyms. FOMO, that is the fear of missing out. And that, you know, I think the acronym became popular recently, but that's always been our problem.
Yeah.
I always think we're missing out on something. And at the time, the people that we watching and think we missing something, they ain't doing nothing. They ain't doing nothing. No. People, man, I know I have my, but man, I know you over there kicking it. Yeah, I am, man. I'm over here somewhere between thinking of what video I'm gonna record, what video I'm gonna edit, or which movie I'm about to watch.
Look, that's just like this. You see this bar back here, and those who been here see this base. Man, I know y'all be partying up in there. If it ain't on this daggone live or it's not a scheduled game night, I don't even come in this damn basement.
That's that. You know, I was telling her a while ago. I said, man, that big old house. I ain't even going half in room. Now I got this 1-bedroom apartment. I can't even keep up with nothing. But I'm comfortable. I'm happy. You know, and it ain't no Taj Mahal. It's just a little old regular old apartment. Hey, House of X said, one, you should have friends that take you as who you are and help build you to get better. Yes.
Those
And
are facts.
that's a word, y'all. It's two words. It's one that's an overtook friends. We use friends kind of loosely, but let's get real. Especially on YouTube. This fam. Hey, fam. Don't even know somebody's birthday, but we calling each other fam.
Right. But the true people will always show up for you. That's always going to be the truth. The true people will always show up for you, just like I tell the people I'm close to, everybody's birthday pop up on Facebook or social media. Now, if you sending a birthday shout out on that same platform, that means you don't really rock with them so much. But if you take the time out and hey man, I was thinking about you. Or, hey lady, I was thinking about you. I just want you to wish you a happy birthday. Hope you're enjoying your day. Personal is better. I can just text you. That's impersonal. That means nothing.
Well, let me say this. Sometimes you care about a person, but you don't feel like goddamn talking right now. So sometimes you can just call somebody and say happy birthday, okay, and get up off the phone. But it ain't going to end that way.
Not me, you ain't.
Thank you. So I may be able to talk to you tomorrow, but tomorrow's not your birthday. So I may text you.
But he said,
birthday, so you know I remembered your birthday, but I'll call you tomorrow.
He said on Facebook, tell you, because half the time, them people didn't remember or even know your birthday. They just happen to sit on Facebook. Now, for the people in the back, you would know I really care, because I'm going to take all them little horns and balloons and all that stuff out, because I ain't Rudy Tooty Fruity like that. I'm just, mine going to just say happy birthday. Then you would know I took the time to hit them 3 delete buttons. I'm just being real. At least I took the time to do that. I guarantee you, every August 9th, I'm going to hear from a whole bunch of people I ain't heard from since last August 9th.
Yeah, it's just a response. That's
all. I appreciate them all, man. I love them all, man. I love people stay count my pockets, have no clue of my overhead costs in my household, just looking at the things I have or what I have accomplished.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Now, I'm going to ask anybody in this here live. I know I did. I just left a whole house full of it. Anybody in this live stream got any secondhand stuff in their crib right now that look brand new and don't nobody know until you tell them?
What secondhand stuff we got?
Me.
You.
Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm going through here. Let me see. I'm going through these things here. Hey, everyone. What's up, Cruising Capers? Hey, what's up, Six? Hey, everybody. Everybody's speaking. If I've already spoke to them, I'm just going to make sure we get to House of X says the first that a lot of people from as a child that need to be taught is where blessing come from and humbleness. I was taught that as a kid. Mom used always, God will make a way. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes. But are they even still saying that? I don't know. I mean, I go to church, and all that, but
Lord, and knowing she would go dance nightclub to feed me and the sister.
She made a way though.
Mama back
there
then,
you go.
Mama back then was doing that. Mama now, I don't know. Mama now probably got that EBT card and say, look, you go get something for your sister and your brother. I'm going over here and hang out at the club. So I don't know now. These new mamas is off the chain. The mamas back then was real. Because my mama worked 2-3 jobs. That's what attracted me to my queen over here.
I like this here. I can buy it doesn't mean I can afford it. Yes. That's a big one. And a lot of times we don't think we can buy it right now, but can we buy this a month from now? When
that's right.
Start happening.
Look, hold on. Like tax folks. They get their taxes. That's when the folk be up out there at the club. All them cars show up. People go out, buy these cars. They out popping bottles and everything. And then they broke in 3 months. But go ahead. I just had to put that out there.
How much does insurance cost to write on? I don't know. I've never written insurance, but I tell you what, man, I thought about it, but the reason I didn't really was ethnics. That's the reason I didn't do it. I thought about it. Yeah, I mean, Big Murph in the house. Big Murph said, "Hey there, Big Yo and Rod."
Big Murph.
What up, Big Murph?
Big Murph. I'm telling you, how many more days? 6 or 7 more days, I'm gonna be beating your record. I'm gonna do Crown's Edge 3 times.
You know, and that like a lot of time, man. And we need for the people that do have it. Let's flip this around. For the people that do have it, sometimes I think we may put pressure, and because I've been on both ends of the spectrum. I've not had it. I've been in between. But sometimes we may put pressure, or we may receive pressure from people that do have it. Come on, man. You can't go. We ain't hung out in a long time. You don't know what this person's going through or what bill they got. They already told you they couldn't go.
Let me tell you something. What I say to folk that do that, be like, well, I'll be glad to go. Are you paying for it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, that'll end the conversation real quick.
Exactly. Hey, MC.
Yeah. I'm gonna say this one thing about living. I ain't never said I'm gonna be Champagne. I ain't never been Champagne. But I will say this about me. I'm a thinker, and
He gonna find a way.
I believe that's me. I'll find a way.
That's why I'm married.
I'll find a way. Just like, and I'm going to tell everybody, God bless my partner, Brent, bless his soul. I was looking at something, one of Tanya's co-workers said something that offended me. You can't talk about my queen. You can't shade my queen. Because if you shade my queen, you shame me. And I will never be shamed as a man, because I will go get it. I'll work 3 jobs if you try to shame my queen. So individual said, oh, I thought you supposed to be getting a Cadillac. When you going to get it? You've been waiting a long time. But what she didn't know was Tim had that Cadillac on layaway for 2 years. It wasn't my fault the Cadillac couldn't deliver what they promised.
Mm-hmm.
But I had it on build for 2 years. So when that little comment came up, and she mentioned it to me, and just in general conversation, but you ain't got to do the mention to me. My wheels start turning. I called my boy on the phone. I said, we got to make this happen. I said, we got to make it happen ASAP. I said, what I need you to do, I said, they done put some Cadillacs out. I said, I need to get this car. I said, I need you to get on the phone and call around. We're going to make it happen. Start making phone calls. He got it. Boom, boom, boom. Couldn't get exactly what I want. Within 5 days, found that Cadillac. About 45 miles down the road. Went down there and handled my business. He didn't make it. He passed away the night before me and him went to go get it together. But that brother right there rode with me all the way to the end till he took his last breath. Mm-hmm. But the thing about it is, you ain't gonna shade my queen. You ain't gonna shade my queen. Had that Cadillac sitting out there, sitting in the yard. I said, now, what she got is generic. What you got is the original. Mm-hmm. And I guarantee you, there might be many like what she got, but there ain't none like what you got. Now, I can say this. Where we live, I've only seen one red Cadillac. Mm. Now, and I shut the naysayers up because, see, I'm a king, but I'm a beast when you cross me and call out my queen. Baby, we got to go to war. We got to go to battle.
And that's the tenacity we need to have, you know. And a lot of times, if we look and appreciate what we actually already have, no matter what it is, if we look at that glass as being half full and not half empty,
yes,
we may not even be worried about what nobody else got. Y'all, when I last year when my car got totaled from the hail, I was rolling with no back window and couldn't see out the front.
Oh.
Real talk. I did it's a short on Points Blank Travel where I did a short on it. I went outside. I had no back window. I rode around like that. And I had to catch Ubers everywhere I went. But I was pissed. I ain't gonna lie. But as I rode around and went to cry, I didn't go far, but the places I went, I looked at, and it was cold. It was October, November, and December, in the wintertime. I looked at the people that was walking. I said, this ain't so bad. I ain't in the backseat, I'm in the front. At least I got a window. Right. Sometimes and then what I really did was I I started looking at everybody that rode by my house, and when I was at Kroger and everywhere else, and looked at every kind of car. I'm talking about the beat up cars, the Mercedes, the Hyundais, any kind of car you can name, and everything started to look good to me. Because it was better than what I had. I wasn't mad at these people. I just knew I should have had the necessity of a car.
Right.
Why am I going through this? Why? Because I was so busy traveling. I ain't saying I ain't had the money, but I didn't properly prepare
That's right.
for what could have went down and had me ride around like I was somewhere in a whole different country in a war zone. That's what it looked like. But anyway, I'm gonna keep going through these comments. Hey, only go YOLO said, I'm not your fam nor your friend. Not when you can't even check on my well-being.
Facts.
Ooh, boy, that's some deep stuff right there. We got Sledge in the crib, man. What up, Sledge? My brother.
What's up, Sledge?
What up, fam?
House said, yes, I love my mother. God rest her. Yes, she was an exotic dancer. At least I like her.
Okay.
Hey, she did what she had to do. My friend calls them income tax celebrities.
Celebrity.
Yeah, man, they're about to come out. You know, and people used to crack me up when I was in the car. It's, man, y'all about to make a whole lot of money. It's tax season, man. There's a reason them people waiting until tax season. They ain't got that much money.
That's
what you mean?
That's
I ain't
right.
going to make no more money than I normally make. I tell you, that's a bet. We'll see when the vlog comes out.
Okay.
Trap, what up, Trap?
What's up, Trap?
Trap? We in here just talking, y'all, man. But hey,
well, I want to touch on what you was talking about when you said that, you know, people look at what other people have, and you may already have something that's good, but then you always want something else because somebody else got something that you don't. And that's when I say you have your own season for when it's time for you to receive and your harvest, basically. And you can't be looking at someone else reaping their harvest because you don't know where they was a couple of days ago or weeks ago, right? So they was probably where you was. That's just where they are. And you get too many people that look at what other people have, what other people are doing, and they're like, that's what I want to do. What's wrong with what you got? There's nothing wrong with what you have. Why do you feel that you need to be doing and reaching all these other things? Okay, so I'll just use an example of YouTube. We're not just talking about YouTube here, but YouTube, people be like, oh, well, how they get that many subscribers and I've been doing this for blah, blah, blah. That's not for you. Obviously, that's not for you. Focus on what your walk is, your walk and your path. And sometimes the answer is no time. How about that? Sometimes the answer is no. And that's another thing. Sometimes people don't want to hear the word no. Some people say, oh, well, I want a house with a white picket fence and a dog and a parrot and a husband and 3 kids. Maybe the answer is no. Okay? Maybe you will get that. But maybe it might be a condo, you know, with your boyfriend, and you got a child out of wedlock, and you got a cat. I'm just saying that maybe that is what your path is, but you can't say, well, that's what I want. Okay.
For anybody that's never seen me or watching the replay, I don't drop no gems. I don't drop no nuggets. I only drop boulders, and I'm about to drop boulder number 17 for the night.
Okay, what you dropping?
First of all, we always worried about a whole bunch of things, but there's something. While we looking at chasing champagne and Kool-Aid and keeping up with the Joneses and all this other stuff, there's something that you can't buy at Amazon. You can't buy in the mall. You can't order it online. The Joneses may or may not have it, and that's happiness, man. Happiness. How many people over here sitting on a pile of money sadder than a mother?
Well, let me tell you something. Just pause right there. Don't lose your thought, Rod.
I'm gonna elaborate. I already can read your mind. I know what you're about to say.
I feel like Kim Fields on Living Single. She said, yeah, money can buy happiness, but you can drive up real close to it. Just all I got to say. You could drive up real close to. Because let me tell you something. It all depends on what makes you happy, right? My happiness is security, stability, period. I'll do whatever needs to be done. He gonna do whatever needs to be done for stability. Stability just means you don't have to worry about where your next meal coming from. You don't have to worry about if you got clothes on your back. You don't have to worry about if you got a roof over your head. You don't have to worry about you being in the hospital or in jail or in the grave, right? That is stability for me. Not having to worry about, am I going to eat tomorrow? Is lights going to be on tomorrow?
That's my
Is
job.
the mortgage going to be on tomorrow or
job.
whatever? So money to me means resources. That's
exactly
money can't buy happiness, but having access to resources where you don't have to worry about things that you need, that to me is what happiness is. That's happy to me. If I'm walking around and I know I ain't got to worry about none of that, I'm good.
Well, let me tell you my thought.
When things start threatening those things, then that's when I'm like, okay, I'm a little uneasy. But other than that, I'm happy. So that's why I say money can't buy me happiness. But if my belly full and I'm warm and I got a roof over my head and I got clothes on my back, that's happy.
Let me give you my definition, Tanya. Money can't buy you happiness. And this is what I tell people. It can't buy you happiness. It can minimize your worry.
There you go. That's it. Mm-hmm.
And to your point, it's resource. It'll minimize you worrying. But it's been a whole lot of times when I worried whether my light bills and my rent and my car note and all that was paid. But I was over there like, man. And this is when I was traveling. I'm over in this city, that city, this city, that city. And if I wasn't around somebody I knew, I was like, okay, I can fly anywhere. I got points, I got miles, I got money, and I'm still not what I would call happy. But my resources had my bills paid. I ain't care when I got back home, wasn't going to be shut off.
There you go. So real quick, because I always tell folk this. Folk, you know how you filter? Like when you go shopping, and you go in the filter because these are the requirements, and then whatever pops up, you choose from there. So if you say, okay, you looking for a black coat, so you go to the filter and you say black, like that's the color, like it got to be black. I don't care what the brand name is. I don't care the length of it, but I know it's a black and it need to be a coat. I just always said, when I make my own money, but I wasn't going to marry brokenness either. So it had to be a man, love God, and had a job, meaning they can live and survive, and we can do this. Everything else is after that. Some people don't like that. Some people go, well, money can't buy you happiness. That's fine, but guess what? Life happens to whether you broke or you got money. So if shit gonna happen, I'd rather shit happen and we got less shit to worry about than shit to happen and you out on the street. That's all I got to say.
I'm gonna say this. That little comment about money can't buy you happiness, that always come from the mother ain't got no money. That's what it is. It's always them broke jokers who shouting from outside the club, money can't buy you happiness because they ain't got no money. So how can I tell you money can't buy you happiness if I ain't got it? I can't tell you what it is because I don't have it.
Well,
it's different for everybody. And the thing about it is, I ain't gonna lie to you. Money with her, I'm gonna be the happy mofo like a tick on the dog. I'm gonna live my best life. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take money and wipe my behind with it. I'm gonna be happy.
I don't know about all of that though.
Well, I would tell y'all this, man. And ladies and gentlemen that are, whether you got a champagne budget or Kool-Aid budget or champagne money or Kool-Aid money, I'm going to tell you from a standpoint, from a guy that deal with finances every day, a guy that enjoy it, that has a passion for it. Mm-hmm. I have a 401k. I have an IRA. I have stocks and everything I talk about. And I'm still concerned about my retirement.
Mm-hmm.
I can't get no realer than that. I can't be no more transparent than that. I started decades ago. It's never too late, but you may want to start again. I ain't Nostradamus, but the writing's on the wall, man. I don't know how many people today. I just talked about this in a video or live not too long ago. Might been one that me and Tanya did. Anybody that got hair, Robin Hood, did y'all hear what happened today? You hear what happened today, Tanya?
Mm-hmm. I was at work. I ain't hear what happened today.
AWS got shut down. Amazon Web Service got shut down like they didn't pay the electric bill. I couldn't get on.
Man, well, they were lying because when I was on break earlier today, I was shopping.
That was true, and it affected a lot of servers, even non-government servers.
I could not touch none of my money that was on Robinhood, but you know what? And guess where I found out at? While I was trying to get my coffee, and it said,
how long was it shut down?
Huh? I don't know. I know I woke up at whatever. I woke up, let's say 12. Well, I don't know what time I woke up.
It happened last night. It crashed last night.
Yes. Y'all, man, I'm telling you, the writing on the wall, man, and they ain't even writing in cursive. They writing in straight up regular old manuscript or whatever you call it. The writing's on the wall, man. And I can't wait to find out what they say, who did it. But, yo, it took a half of, who knows how long it took, but it didn't take long. Damn, man, the writing's on the wall. So the only thing I'll say with this whole topic is, I know a lot of the things that's good for us is not fun, whether we talking about food, whether we talking about working out, whether we talking about saving money. But a lot of times later on in our life, we wish we would have did it. Whether it's working out, eating healthy, taking your meds, saving money, later on, we wish we would have did it when it becomes an issue. Tell you, we last call for comments, man. Last call for comments.
Yeah, let's see what's in there.
Yeah, and I got a couple things I want on this topic. Let me see what people say. I like YOLO says, stop wanting someone else's life. That's what you see on the surface. They might be catching hell everywhere else, and they're
that's
like,
right. That's right.
And Big Murph said, facts. I agree. Trav said, I had people hating on me for some of the watches I show, and they hit me with the must be nice. And
you know what you tell, and you know what you say, Trap? Show is.
That's what I would get ready to say.
Nice.
I don't even know how to spell show, but I know how to say it. Show is.
Show is. That's right.
You know when you ain't really tripping off of it when you downplay. You know, that's when you know a person may have when they say, man, I ain't tripping off that, you know. Or now if they got a new watch and they got their arm, it's 22 degrees outside. They wear the short sleeve shirts so everybody can see they watch you.
Right, exactly.
They probably ain't used to it, man. But I even had a then say if Trav can start a YouTube channel, I can too. Like I'm some type of slow head. Hey man, that would have just it'd been like putting premium fuel in me because I'd have just went bananas. Dollars is a resource, a means to obtain things, desires, and pleasure, which makes me happy to a point.
There you go.
I mean, it will. I'm not saying it won't, but a lot of people that, like Timmy said, a lot of people that don't have it will think it may or may not, and you don't know until you get to that point.
That part right there, Murph.
Life is still gonna life no matter what,
no matter your tax bracket, and I'd rather do it not broke.
That's right.
It's better. Y'all, and I'm gonna tell y'all, I went to the what you call them little thing, them little makeshift ERs. I went to the urgent care a couple weeks ago because I had a question. $37 copay.
Okay.
It was $12 a couple years ago, and this is through TRICARE, the military insurance.
Well, right, at least they ain't got you dealing with the quacks.
What they did? They did. They all they did. The lady told me I had. The lady told me I had. She told me I had what I told her I think I had.
Oh, I'm YOLO. I'm drinking anejo tequila and cranberry juice.
Hey, shout out to Anejos and Reposado. I was live late last night talking about I ain't never heard of it until I started watching Tanya's channel. I
What do
heard
you
it.
mean? Like the
I never heard
different
of no
types of tequila?
Reposado
Well,
and
you knew
Anejo.
it was different colors, didn't you?
Yeah. So is G and E and J. They didn't tell me nothing.
No, okay. Gin and E&J is two different liquors, Rob.
I know now. I tell you.
Gin is gin. It's white. It's clear. It smells like Christmas trees, pine trees. E&J, Irk and Jerk is what I call it. It's some cheap ass cognac. Yeah, I don't drink that. I'm sorry. No, I take that back. I'm sorry. It's brandy, not cognac. It's not cognac.
Yeah.
But it's
I think it's what they just let sit up and drain or something because it's terrible.
That is not true. It's brandy. It's just not a good one.
We need to do a show on that because I can make you laugh. Because when I thought I graduated up to Christian Brothers, boy, you couldn't tell me nothing.
Boy, stop.
And
Don't
then
say
no.
When
they came out with that Parmesan VSOP, boy.
Man, and guys, wait. Not a VSOP.
Yeah,
Parmesan.
Yeah, they got a VSOP.
Get the hell out.
Jay got a VSOP. I got some of that
Yes,
too.
they got a VSOP.
No. No.
Rob, we giving up
Okay, how serious it is.
Let me tell you, I got one bottle of Christian Brothers on my bar, and I did not buy
They
it.
probably got lost. They probably gave it to you by mistake.
Rest his soul, Brent, our friend Brent. He bought it here because he was I had all my friends come and do a contest and make a cocktail so I can put it in my cocktail book. And I looked back there and forgot it was back there. I said, who the hell put a damn bottle of Christian Brothers back here? It's been there for about 2 years now.
I tell you, I'm gonna make you laugh. In California, it was a place called, it used to be Thrifties. They changed the name to Rite Aid, which is a drugstore.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
You can buy liquor anywhere in California. So football came on Sundays at 10. Man, I would go there and I don't even know what size this bottle was. That's how big it was. I called it a babe because they couldn't understand Bab. And I used to go to the restaurant because they had it locked up for what reason, I don't know. I said, man, let me get a babe of a Christian. But he said, a babe. I said, that's that big ass bottle y'all got back there. I don't even know what size. I just know it's the biggest one. It was like $12.49 bottle.
Was it plastic or glass?
I was glad. You knock a fool out with it, man. But boy, whoo, man, I'm telling y'all, man. But then when people started seeing me drink Remy Martin, they thought I've been drinking Remy Martin since I was 3. No, I went through all the bumpy face with the Seagrams. I went through all that. Man.
You said the bumpy face.
Yeah, you know, you ain't even heard of that.
Don't sleep on Seagrams. Seagrams is good in the
bumpy face, knotty head, all that. Man, I'm from the country. I lived in California, but I'm from the country. Knotty head, all that, herky jerk. Yeah, all that, man. Matter of fact, the Christian Brother, you know what the nickname for the Christian Brothers? Now, I'm only gonna tell you if you give me a shout out on your channel.
What you mean if I give you a shout out?
You gotta say it. If I'm gonna tell you the nickname for
okay,
Christian
what's the nick? Well, okay, yeah, but only reason I'm gonna mention the damn thing is if I'm using it and I ain't using no goddamn Christian Brother.
Well, show them that bottle you got that you don't know how I got.
Oh, you mean the old bottle? Okay, yeah. Go ahead. What's the nickname?
They used to call it the Church Boys.
The Church Boys.
Give me a fifth of Church Boys. You see,
Christian
that was the country right there, boy. Anyway, y'all, we gonna get. Hey, MC said, "Money can't buy happiness, but I'm happy when I can afford my champagne or even Kool-Aid."
There you go.
That's right. That's right.
But my happiness is not tied to it because I want to be happy in life. Period. I'd rather have my money though. Hey, you know, right now the having money is winning it. The not having money is not winning.
That's right, MC. Yep.
Y'all, this is a non-shameful plug. I need people. Now, I don't really need, I want people to go over to Investment Rod. I don't care if you subscribe or not, man. Well, I'm breaking it down, y'all. And I'm telling you, you may not ever tell me. You may not ever give me any props. I don't care. But you're going to tell somebody, I'm glad I listened to Rod because that dude was on to something. Mm-hmm. I'm asking. I can't tell nobody to do nothing. I'm not monetized on that channel, and I don't give a crap about no damn subscribers. But I do care about my people, and I'm telling you, today, when I paid that not today, whenever I went, when I paid that $40 copay, One thing I thought about was how many meals I could have got with that $40, maybe 2. But huh?
Where you getting a meal for $20?
Hey man, I went to this place.
Without points.
I went to this place today called the Chiba Hut. And it's now hold on, tell you this is a points blank experience moment. So it's a sub sandwich place.
Okay.
Toasted, man, they are so good. Well, now I done kind of figured out why they so good. I'm sitting down because I'm waiting, and it said alcohol kills and something else chills. I'll let you figure it out. And then everything had to do with this plant.
Oh.
I said, what are y'all man? Dude said, oh, you didn't know, dude? Everybody in here is. I was like, what?
Oh, no.
It's a regular plate, and the food is, I mean, when I say it's like a Jersey Mike's, Subway, and another sandwich shop, all combined on steroids. That's how it's got a bar in it. Good, and it's good. You can keep cognac and brandy unless it's used in a drink. No, well, yeah, it ain't good by itself. I got to meet a $1,500 deductible before my insurance start paying out. They can cover 90% until I reach 30% out of pocket max. I guess I'm still grateful to have it. Yeah, I got military insurance, and they getting kind of scarce, man. MC, Why Love said that's $100.
Why Love.
And I just fainted. Big Merv medical is expensive anyway. Yeah, man, I don't even want to. What up, Fanny? I don't even understand medical, man. How you sick? But I found out though, they can't tell you no. They might talk a lot of smack, but they can't kick you out. So if they tell you they gotta see you, man. I got transported to a hospital that didn't even take my insurance. I played dumb as I don't know what. Oh man, I'm on these drugs. I don't know what y'all talking about. And boy, it was high too, man. I don't know. I wonder what happened to that. Hey, y'all, hit that like button, man. Exactly. YOLO, once your company merged, they pass a lot of the cost to their employees. Once our company, man, I'm glad I was in the military.
Let me tell you what some companies are doing now. So our company has, if you make over a certain amount of money, you pay a higher percentage of your premium. And then those that make less pay less. So what they did was they changed it to the percentage. So it's even. So basically, let's just say if they did it the old way, where it's like, hey, if you get this insurance, everybody's paying, I don't know, $150 every pay period, right? Well, for somebody who's making $15 an hour, or someone whose salary is $200,000, $300,000, $500,000, that's not fair, right? Because it's like, well, dang, it's like I'm already making less money, and I got to kick out all this money for insurance. What's going on? So basically, they just took the premiums and said, okay, you're just going to pay a percentage then. So that it really, the people who are making the money, it ain't going to really miss much. But it's the people who are not, who they'll end up paying something more reasonable for them.
Hey, I like what Trap just put. Trap said, I just show up to the VA to get treated. Y'all, I called the VA last month for a PC appointment with my PCP.
Quack, quack, quack.
And the lady had me on hold, Trap. And she said, matter of fact, I found 2 appointments. I got all excited. I said, when are they? Y'all, we're
next year.
This was in September. She said, I got December 24th and December 26th. I said, lady, are you out your damn mind? Who? Yeah, of course it's over. Ain't nobody coming up there Christmas.
Ain't nobody gonna be there. That's right.
I want to get the worst treatment in the world. Let me go and show up on these 2 days because they ain't gonna tell me anything. No. Yo, man. But hey, we gonna get ready to raise up, man. We got people that came in. These y'all, I'm telling you, these co-pays and all this, it's all this stuff, I can't even figure that out. I'm just glad. Now, I will say what I just said about the VA. Civilian sectors know better. They told me, because I have a civilian doctor and the VA. I do most of my stuff at the VA, but they're all backed up now. So, Anyway, I'm thinking about getting me a. I tell you on another note before we get. I'm thinking about trying to figure out how to get one of them physical therapy places. I just want to be the owner. I ain't gonna be the therapist.
You want to get a physical massage therapist?
No, not no massage. Timmy, like, do you know I had what they call frozen shoulder, and they told me I had to come.
What is it? What?
Frozen shoulder.
What the hell is frozen shoulder?
Well, I had gout, and I was at work one day, and it just came up, and if they would have said it's these little uric crystals that attack the joints and the bones.
Oh, okay.
Well, if they'd have came into where I worked and said, everybody raise your hand, you get $1 million, I'd have been broke because I couldn't raise my hand. I couldn't do no more than this. And I had to go 3 times a week at the time, $27.
But why do you need physical therapy? Why you can't just exercise at the house?
I didn't know what to do. This is what they said.
You know you can YouTube that.
Well, this was a couple years
ago. There's a video for that.
Yeah, it was a couple years ago. It wasn't like last week. And then, but then I went to another one. Then no, man, I'm gonna get me one. I just show up to the VA, get treated. YOLO said, what is them? She got wows and man, them emojis. Do they got some emojis like the iPhone where you can make them bigger on this screen?
They are big, Rod. You just need to make your screen bigger.
Well, I'm on a laptop, Tanya. I don't know how to make it bigger. Anyway, y'all, how you make it bigger, Tanya?
The bottom of your screen to the right, not your screen, but
I got a MacBook. I don't think it do that.
No, your StreamYard. If you roll your cursor over in the bottom right corner of your box,
I'll do that after this over. Cause I can tell you how that's gonna go. We're gonna be not live. Ain't nobody gonna be here. Hey, but that's all I got, man. All I can say, we all have these champagne tastes and sometimes Kool-Aid budgets. We may not have it now, but we've had it at some point in our life. Yeah. But it's up to you whether you grow out of it or not. Because I had a conversation the other day. These what we call generational curses and all that. You know, I have my thoughts on them, but then they are real. Mm-hmm. But we're keeping them alive. Mm-hmm. We're keeping them alive.
That's because some people keep them alive because you believe it or not, because it's usually family. Okay. And then some people don't like the cutoff family. I'm a Taurus. I will cut you off like I never knew you and keep it moving. I don't have a problem with that. Because one, for me to get to that point, it's already overdue. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I don't have any more emotions after that. This is what's best for me. But in terms of, it was one thing I wanted to touch on real quick in reference to champagne taste. And I do not like leeches. You know,
the people in the bag, what's a leech? Because everybody don't know. I know what it is.
But... Well, you know, a leech, you put it on your body and it sucks the blood out of you and then it gets fatter. Okay. I don't like folk who hang on or around you just to get some. How fat I would call them, begging bennies.
Yep.
I don't like begging bennies. Don't be begging Benny. You know, it's sort of like on Dora the Explorer. Her little monkey friend. What's his name?
Is that a cartoon? Dora the Explorer? That sounds like a cartoon.
Boots was always broke. He had no money. He had no food. He could never do nothing. And Dora always had to give him something. But they stayed friends. And I'm just like, Boots got to do something. Boots got to contribute something. He either got to get rid of Swiper. He need to get the map out the bag or something. He need to go pick the fruit off the tree or something. But you get those that leech on to people like, okay, well, they have, so I'm just going to be with them because if I'm with them, I'ma always have. Instead of, hey, let me learn so I can have mine too. You know, so that was just something else to put on because some people will ride on your blessing for a long time.
Well, before you answer, Ron, let me say this too before we get up out of here. I want to say this because you said something and about your other channel, and you are 100% correct. And I want to stand on it. I did steal and I stole the knowledge between you and Tanya of you sharing them nuggets with her. And I elevated and reached out to someone else. But what I want to tell people is it's 2025. If you don't know, ask somebody. We all got you yourself that there's no finances and discuss finances. So there's no need for nobody to be sitting around stuck in Kool-Aid when you can be elevated to champagne if you choose to be. Tap your resources.
And I'm piggyback to what you're saying, Timmy.
And that's that.
If you can learn all this technology, man, the stock market is nothing. All this investing is nothing. If you can learn this technology, and y'all, the cool thing is, I don't invest your money. I don't want that headache. It's so easy, it's unbelievable. Will you lose money? Yeah, you can, but it's not like they make it sound. I mean, the only thing I wish is I'm not gonna sit up here. I wish I had somebody that told me that. No, I'm beyond that. That's too late for that. I just wish right now. I just wish I had more people that listened.
That part. And trust me,
real with y'all.
And trust me, because like I said, it took me a minute for the light to go off. And like I said, I'm constantly eavesdropping on you and Tanya's conversation to find. And then, without her knowing, I reached out to a financial advisor, and everything that you said was 100% true. And it opened my eyes to a whole new path that I'm on now. Tanya said to me, "Is you dying? What's going on with you? Why are you acting the way you act? I ain't never known you to be acting like this before." Because my eyes was open to something I didn't see before. I didn't know. I was like, what in the world was I doing?
No, sometimes people need to hear from other people.
Yes, because it is crazy. I'm gonna say it because I'm one of those people like Timmy. That person that's telling us, for some reason, it's like they talking a different language. But let somebody that else tell us, it's like it make all the sense in the world. And I know I've done that to people in my life. But you're right, Tanya. Sometimes we just need to hear from somebody else. You know, love me or hate me, I don't really care, man. I tell you one thing, I'm gonna do my best. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna be in that number, but I'm gonna do my best not to be in the number of what am I gonna do? Because I've been there before and it wasn't fun. And I'm telling you, man, it's a lonely place when you're asking yourself, what am I going to do? Because all them homies and all them homegirls, some kind of way they disappear on you.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
So,
yeah.
With that being said, man, I told Tanya, I'm going to get ready to get out of here, but I told Tanya before we started, y'all can go watch it. His name is Kenan Grace, Kenan Grace. He's a YouTuber. He showed it on the screen. He showed his YouTube studio for any YouTubers in the live stream. The guy made $1.2 million since he's been on YouTube. He talk finance just like I do. Lisa J. Stocks, they're coming to the live streams and I go to hers. She's part of his crew. She's down with him. Today, he announced that he's giving up his super chats and his memberships. I ain't about to do that. I ain't even got none to give up. So he announced that, and he had made $88,000 in memberships and $25,000 in super chats. I'm not a mathematician, but I can add pretty quick. That's $113,000 that he's made. Not saying what he's going to make.
Mm-hmm.
And his reason for doing this is he wants people to take those donations and put it to the S&P 500 in their future. This is a man that also see the writing on the wall, ladies and gentlemen. He's giving back. He see the writing on the wall because it's a lot of people, including Rod, that could be in trouble with what's going on around us. With that being said, man, much love to everybody. Man, thank you, Sledge. That means a lot coming from a fellow finance content creator. I was watching Sledge video yesterday, and so much talent on here. Tanya and Tim in knowledge. I learned a lot from Rod. Well, y'all be amazed how much I learned from other people. So don't be afraid to give people their props, man.
That's
right.
brother.
You might get more information from them. You give them some props. You never know.
That's right.
Mhm.
And if you go know some Joneses, they got connections. Don't know some Joneses that ain't doing nothing, but got that fake Kool-Aid. With that being said, man,
Okay.
we out of here. You got anything else to tell you?
I have nothing else. All I say is stay in your lane. Your season will come when it's time.
And I'm gonna end this here the way I didn't start it. I'm gonna let Tanya them get out of here. Tanya, hey, I ain't got unless you want to hang out back there. If y'all got something or nothing like that.
Live that best life. Don't be trash, and don't be scared to ask your friend for knowledge when he willing to share it with you.
Yes,
And don't be that friend that be gatekeeping either.
And don't be worried about what they're gonna say about you. They're gonna talk about you anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
As long as I get the knowledge I need, man, you can call me everything. I don't care. I don't care. Just give me what I need, baby.
That's right.
Who said that? Well, that Biggie drop top Z, baby. Anyway, y'all, we out of here, man. Much love. I'm gonna holler at y'all.
Peace. Everybody.
Peace.
Bye.
If I can hit the right button, we out here.